Section 4.4, factoring trinomials of the form x squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to begin with an example problem, x squared plus 7x plus 10. So there are no common factors, and there are three terms, so we cannot factor it by grouping. We want to try to factor trinomials of this form into two binomials of the form x plus something times x plus something. So what goes in that missing place? So if we multiply, remember FOIL, when we multiply two binomials together, we multiply the first two terms together, the last two terms together, the outside terms together, and the inside terms together. FOIL, first, outside, inside, last. So our trinomial here will be obtained by multiplying the first two terms together to get x squared. Well, the way we have it set up is good for that because x times x gives us x squared. The 7x will be outside plus inside. We'll think about that in a minute. The last two terms together will give us 10. So when we multiply this term by this term, we will get 10. How can we do that? 1 times 10 is 10, and 2 times 5 is 10. So let's put a 1 here and a 10 here to see what happens. We know that we have x squared. We know that we have 10. We check ourselves by checking to see whether or not the outside plus the inside is 7x. We're looking for 7x. So if we multiply the inside together, we get 1x. If we multiply the outside together, we get 10x. Add them together, you get 11x. That is not right. We don't want 11x. We want 7x. So let's back it up. Let's erase some of this. The 1 and the 10 did not work. So let's try something else. The 1 and the 10 did not work. Let's try the 2 and the 5. Put the 2 here, put the 5 here. So once again, first is x squared, that's good. Last is 10, that's good. But now, inside is 2x. Outside is 5x. And if you add the inside and the outside, you get 7x. And that is exactly what we want. So this problem is solved. It has been factored. It factors into x plus 2 times x plus 5. And that is our solution. We had a bit of trial and error there. I'm writing out the numbers and the multiplying to see what we get. When you get good at factoring, you don't really have to write down the numbers. You can mentally go through and check. But do not be afraid to use a bit of trial and error in your factoring to see how you can get the answer. Let's factor this problem. So we have x and x. That will give us x squared. We need to put numbers here and here that multiply together and give us 20. It could be 1 times 20. It could be 2 times 10. It could be 4 times 5. Remember that the inside plus the outside has to give us 12x. So we're really looking for factors that multiply, numbers that multiply and give us 20, but that add up and give us 12. Which set of factors do we want to use? 2 and 10. That gives us 2x plus 10x will give us 12x. Let's try this one. Not x this time, what is it? Y and y. Now what? 20. 20 could be 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. We want a middle term of 9y. This plus this will give us 9y. Which set of factors do you want to use? 4 and 5. That gives us 4y, 5y, add it together, and you get 9y. Let's try this one. X and x. Let's leave the signs out for a minute and talk about this 14. So 14 could be 1 times 14 or 2 times 7. Now, we want the outside and the inside to add up and give us negative 9x. I think it's going to be the 2 and the 7. And let's talk about what sign goes in here. We've been having a plus and a plus. That would give us positive 14, that's true. But would it give us negative 9x? I don't think so. What else can we use besides a plus and a plus? Well, we want them to multiply and give us a positive 14. What about a negative and a negative? A negative 2 times a negative 7 is a positive 14. If you multiply the inside, you get negative 2x. The outside, you get negative 7x. You combine those, and sure enough, you get negative 9x. So that is our solution, x minus 2 times x minus 7. Let's factor this problem. We know it's x and x. That gives us x squared. 24 could be 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. Now, we want to put the numbers here and here so that when we multiply, we get a positive 24. And we want the inside and the outside to combine to give us negative 10x. We need a 4 and we need a 6. Those add up to 10. But our inside and our outside is negative. The only way we can make that happen is by putting a negative 4 and a negative 6. X minus 4, x minus 6, that is our solution. In general, when factoring, we want to arrange the terms in descending order, factor out the greatest common factor, use trial and error approach to look for factors of C whose sum is B. If C is positive, then the signs of the factors are the same as the sign of B, the middle term. If C is negative, then one of the factors is positive and one of the factors is negative. So you want to subtract them to get your middle term. and check your answer by multiplying. So I want you to take these 6 problems, factor them, and then check the next video to get the answers and see if you did it correctly.